Sony just did it too. They just did it too. Gaming across the board is getting more expensive now.
I just wanted some sauce on those zingers.
So before we get into Sony's price increases, let's just start how this story began with consoles becoming more expensive. First off, it's because of the tariffs. I don't want to hear anything that it's not. It is. Whether the companies are using it as an excuse or whether it's actually hitting their bottom line, it is because of the tariffs that we are seeing consoles that are 5 years old or soon to be 5 years old, or in the case of the Nintendo Switch, the original one, way over 5 years old. It is the reason that we are getting these price increases. That is, there's no argument there. There's nothing to discuss. But let's begin. So the Xbox Series consoles, they got price increases, insane ones. A few months ago, the Series S 512 gigabyte model went from $299 to $379. The Xbox Series S 1 terabyte model went from $349 to $429, or $430 if you round up by a cent. The Xbox Series X digital went from $449 or $450 to $550. The Xbox Series X went from $500 to $600. The 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition, which is insane to me, went from $600 to $730. Now let's move on to Nintendo increasing the price of the original Switch, which I guess is better than increasing the price of the Switch 2. The Switch OLED went from $350 to $400. The vanilla Nintendo Switch went from $300 to $340. And the Switch Lite went from $200 to $230. Well, guess what? I got some exciting news for you. Were you going to go out and buy a PlayStation 5? Well, it's going to get more expensive too. This is a blog post that was posted from Sony just today. Enjoy. Similar to many global businesses, we continue to navigate a challenging economic environment. Tariffs. As a result, we've made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price of the PS5 consoles in the US starting on August 21st. The updated recommended retail price for the PlayStation 5 console in the US are as follows, but I'm actually going to read it to you so you know the price differences here. The PlayStation 5 was $500, now it's $550. The PS5 Digital Edition went from $449. Remember, there was already a price increase on Sony consoles, by the way. Remember that. From $449 to $500. The PS5 Pro, which is still a better deal than the 2 terabyte Galaxy Xbox Series X, is going from $699 to $749, or $700 to $750. I don't even know what to say. It's almost comical. This is the first time in gaming industry history that console prices not only didn't go down, they didn't get cheaper. Usually as the console life cycle goes on, consoles get more affordable. I know a lot of people that wait to get consoles for a couple of years. They're like, oh man, I have a backlog on my previous gen console that is going to take me 2 years to get to anyway. And then once the current gen console gets cheaper, they jump on board. That didn't happen this time around. The consoles either stayed the same price or increased over time. And the only reason Nintendo isn't increasing the price of the Switch 2 and they increased the price of the Switch 1 is because they already know people are complaining about it being $450 or $499 if you get it bundled with Mario Kart World. If they increase the price of the Switch 2, it would be DOA. It's just... what bothers me is this is supposed to be a hobby that allows you to escape. It's a consoles especially were the affordable way that you could game. You can go out and buy a console for $299. I'm talking previous generations. Maybe it would come bundled with a game that just came out from Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo, and you get to get away. It's simple. You hook it up to your TV. You have this box, and it lets you go into a different world or an experience that gets you away from the stressors of your life. But now the hobby that was affordable to many people is now going to be out of reach for quite a few people. Who the hell can just afford? That's a rent payment $750. That could be your electric that you have to pay for. That could be whatever other bill, your car payment. And those are things that you need. But instead, you're going to go, you know what? I'm going to skip paying my rent this month and I'm going to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. It's not going to happen. And now with these high prices, that escape that people used to have is no longer there. And it's really sad. And I don't know where the industry is going to go. And no matter what you say, this is absolutely positively because of the tariffs. They just word it carefully in the PlayStation blog and use corporate speak because they don't want to piss anybody off. That's the reality of it. Beyond gaming, which is the tip of the iceberg, we're in for some dark times. And there's going to be a lot of things that people are not going to be able to afford that are essential, let alone gaming. But here we are. 2025. Isn't it a great year? This is Rich Tomorrow. Check out my ASMR channel called Tech25 ASMR. New video coming this week. Link below in the description. Top pin comment. I'll see you all real soon.